Good evening and welcome to the October 18th, 2021 Common Council of the City of Connersville. Let's all rise for Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman David Nutty.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, it's good being with you tonight, and it's been a while since I've been here, but it's always a pleasure to be able to pray with good people. Let's pray.
Thank you.
Father God, we just thank you for all that you do for us. We thank you for a good day. We're here tonight with good friends, and we serve a good God. What can we get? Can't get any better than that. And we just thank you for taking us through the coronavirus and keeping us in a safe place. And we thank you for Connersville and for our mayor and the city council for the love that they have for this community, and they serve it well. And we just thank you for helping them and guiding them in their decisions and the things that they endeavor on the agenda. And we'll just give you praise in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone. We will begin with roll call.
Councilman Gray,
Present.
Councilman Nutty,
Present.
Councilman Warner,
Here.
Councilman Barrett,
Present.
Councilman Williams Jr.,
Present.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Present.
Councilman Robb.
Present. Everyone has the minutes of the October 4th, 2021 regular meeting. Are there any additions and corrections to that? I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On down to new business, approval of pending ordinance 3743, creating funds for planning grant and owner occupied grant. Rosemary?
According to State Board of Accounts, we need to have an ordinance to create funds, and we also have to have separate grant funds for different grants.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion to approve pending ordinance 3743 on first reading.
Motion.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. And a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. And a motion for third and final reading.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Item B, approval pending ordinance 3744, land for transfer. Rosemary?
If it's okay with you, we can take both B and C at the same time.
I will need if that's your pleasure.
Pending ordinance 3744 is a transfer within the landfill budget, moving $200 into the facility operator, moving $12,000 into the part-time labor position appropriation, moving $2,100 into the fringe benefit appropriation, and moving $1,000 into Social Security. Pending ordinance 3745 is a ordinance transferring $1,000 within the fire budget from longevity into fire gear. Excuse me.
Questions?
That shouldn't cause a shortage in the other contractual services to the end of the
Not
year.
in that one, no.
Okay.
If no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve pending ordinance 3744 and 3745.
So moved.
Have a motion? Did I hear a second? What did you say? Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. And do I have a motion to suspend the rules? I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. And I have a motion for third and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Mr. Colfer.
Or Mike.
Or bottomly, whoever started, sorry. I did that this afternoon too. I apologize.
Hello,
How you doing?
monthly report for September. Revenue disbursements, we had a good month in all three. We finally made it out of the red in water, and hopefully we can stay above that by the end of the year. overtime, $7,032 in overtime. 1,952 of that was scheduled at the sewer plant due to vacations, and we have an employee out with an injury right now. And the water plant had $2,500 of overtime due to an alarm problem on a couple radios. I did make a mistake on the overtime sheet. If you look at September, under meter department, that should be zero, not $21,000. I'm not for sure how that got there, but that should be zero. Attached is our work orders and our service work, and also the water plant, sewer plant monthly reports. Miscellaneous, September 1st, went to an AWWA district meeting with one of our employees, Gary Winstead. He received his 40-year service pin, so congratulations to Gary on that. September 7th, we had IDM CSO audit, went fairly well. We just add additional signing at the outfalls at the river, nothing too major, and that's already been done. We installed new radio at the golf ball water tower, $4,300, and installed new VFD at Gray Road Booster Station. With hopefully those repairs will help with that overtime in the water. We also showed a photograph of it. We installed new well screen and liner on well 3 behind the park. It was costly, but it needed done. We also rebuilt the pump. All of our wells has been inspected and tested and repaired. We started this process in 2016. So next year, we'll start back over to the first well 1 and have it retested. And it's part of our long-term maintenance program that we're trying to do. We have a few of those going on, not just the wells, but a few other items. October claims, water, and we had a case construction claim, $11,000. That was to repair the road cuts due to leaks and repairs that we've had over the year. And also sewer and water had a claim of $7,700, and we bought a new mower for utilities, which was also part of our vehicle replacement plan. That was part of that. So, is there any questions on the report?
I like how you repaired the road cuts. Very professional, very good.
Yeah, Case does a really good job with that. They're busy too.
How often do you have to replace these liners?
Well, they gotta be inspected every 5 or 6 years. We're hoping that will last 10 or 12, 15 years. A lot of times it depends on the water chemistry, how much lime is in the water, but we're hoping 10 or 12 years.
Is that what we normally get out of?
I'm not for sure last time that's been replaced. It's been a while.
It looked pretty old.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
So that's something we, like I said, started back in 2016, do each well, because this is quite costly. We can't do it all, do them all in 1 year.
Right.
So now we're on a program that we check them.
So you do that yourself?
No, we hire a company to come in.
I mean, to check them?
No, we hire a company that come in and test, flow test them and all that.
Now, is this a new product that you're using, or is it the same style material
Then we replace them?
that you've replaced? Is it the same style material that you removed?
Oh, yeah, same liner, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Coulter.
You'll notice that the screen is stainless steel.
Right.
It's pretty important since water quality, depending on where you are in the well field, it's different.
I didn't know, with all the upgrades of every material they have nowadays, I didn't know if they were going with another style's material or not.
Probably by the time those wells need new liners, we'll need new wells on a couple of those, so they last a pretty good long time. I'm winging it because I forgot my book, so. But I wanted to add to the utility report that we have been working, I think I'm okay. We've been working 21 of the last 40 hours. We've been sitting through tutorials on our new office software. And it's between $250,000 and $400,000 investment over the next 10 years. So we're trying to give that the attention it deserves. but it's really boring, so it's kind of hard. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that at the street department, we're gonna start picking up leaves on the 1st of November. If they start falling off the trees before the 1st of November. This year's really behind what it was last year.
Yes.
Good.
I think this time last year, they were mostly on the ground, so I don't know what's going on. But if they start falling off pretty good, we'll start about the 1st of November and pick up all of November. And we'll be coming to a close with our big trash pickup. We'll go ahead and pick up yard waste through the month of November. And unless anybody has any questions about any of those reports, I just wanted to, I know that tonight we're gonna be saying goodbye to Mr. Nutty. I've been working with him a long time, since the mid-'80s, so I've come to rely on him pretty heavily for advice when it comes to utility matters and other things, and I just want to say to you, good job, and we will miss you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Brad, didn't you say today, you said something about large trash pickup, the large item pickup?
We have two, this
Two
coming
more
Thursday and next Thursday, and that'll be the end
Yeah.
for this year.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, do they have a schedule for the street, when they come by to clean the street, or it's just random?
Well, when we started, we tried to have him on the trash route. So if Monday was your
That was
trash
good,
route.
yeah.
But then he pointed out to me something I hadn't thought of. Well, the trash cans are in the way a lot of the times because people pull them out, you know,
Yeah.
in the way. So I kind of let him get away from that. And
Yeah.
we've talked about, you know, trying to post it on Facebook or something every day where we're going to be, but
Yeah. It's hard.
it just seemed hard. So
Yeah.
really haven't figured out a good way to notify people exactly where we're going to be.
All right.
I'm open to ideas if somebody has any, but we haven't come up with one yet.
All right. Well, thank you.
Chief Greer.
Good evening, council. Well, you've had a chance to review the reports. If there's any questions on that, I'll do my best to answer them for you. Along with the monthly report, just a little bit on our training. We have an officer at K-9 school. He's done 4 weeks. I believe he has two weeks left to go. We're anxious to get him back. It'll help out with everything. We had a little over 200 hours in training last month for officers. The body cameras that we've been talking about, the mayor signed off on those quotes. They have been submitted. We're just waiting on delivery and training for officers, and then we'll be starting that program. Any questions? Thank you.
Nick's not out there, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Nick,
Glad
is
you
it?
sign off on that.
Do what?
I'm glad you signed off on that.
For the works approved? Nick won't be here. He wasn't able to be here tonight. So, John, Mr. Buzz, you're up.
I think I'm in frame, but I'm not sure. For the month of September, we had 10 hours, 25 minutes of meeting production, 21 hours, 25 minutes of original production. A lot of the new programming was just continuing. One of the interesting things that we did last month was the Science Isn't Scary Out and About, where we went out to places and did video productions. That was the bee farm where I got stung 8 times. The bee farmer was like, "Oh yeah, no, they won't sting you." Yeah, they do. I'm here to tell you. Also brought with us the award. We got the Philo Award, which I'll just read it to you. It's the for excellence in community programming, and it is for the program that we produced. Actually, it was a series, but Black Man, Small Town, Striving for Change. And I put Emma Williams' name on here because she organized that and was the MC host for the program. And it was very impressive. We're still in the running, actually, and they won't announce that until the end of October for the Excellence Award on top of all the awards. So we may actually win another award for this as well.
Excellent.
That's
So-
wonderful.
That was a very, very good program, and I really appreciate all the work she did. I appreciate all the guests that appeared on that, and I think that everybody learned quite a bit in that. It was very good. Any questions? Thank
We
you.
have lots of quality programming, we just aren't recognized for it.
Yeah.
Are
Oh,
you,
this time we are.
are you rerunning that? Are you going to rerun it?
We will
since-
eventually, huh?
Since we've had the award, maybe people didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that, didn't know it, and if that comes out, it'll draw more attention, so it might be a good
That's
time to
right.
rerun it.
We will.
But they can go on your site and find those videos and
Yes.
watch it anytime they would like.
It's on our YouTube channel as well, yes. Of
yes.
course, some people still, they don't have that, so we will run it again. That's a good idea.
But if they choose to, they can do that now.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chief Harden.
Good evening.
Dave.
I should have a copy of my report for September. We continue to be very, very busy. 398 calls. Anytime we're close to 400, that's busy for us. That's really above our statistical average. Over the last number of years that I've been keeping track and putting together, that's well above our statistical average. We do have two people off. Right now, both are medics. One was on job injury, the other was a motor vehicle accident at the end of September. Both talked to the one off on workman's comp, still don't exactly know when he's coming back. The other one, I imagine, will be an extended amount of time. So we're dealing with that. The medication storage systems that I noted here are installed, working very well. Why that company was here doing that installation, not the company that sold them, but one of the service companies that we deal with to do work on the ambulances, on the specialized side of it. They also installed some equipment mounts that we'd had, but really didn't have the expertise to really get them mounted the way they were supposed to be mounted. So while they were there, I got them to mount those as well. What that does is it secures, eventually what's going to happen is anything over 5 pounds, the state's going to say has to be secured one way or another. These mounts were for the monitors. They're 20 to 25 pounds. Just don't want them bouncing around the back of the truck. So that's just a big safety thing that we've been working on. Working on our medication license. That's something new we've never had to have before. Kind of in the process of, it's been submitted to the state. We have to wait to hear back from them, get all those bugs worked out, and then we submit to the federal level. Our AFG grant that we'd submitted for an ambulance was rejected. We learned that a couple of weeks ago, working on possibly some other grants. Won't be as big, but could help with that. I also did ask the board for today to approve I guess we decided it was kind of a grant of sorts. It's a rural provider relief funds through HSS, no, Health and Human Services, HHS, yeah, Health and Human Services, Medicare. So that's in progress as well. Does anyone have any questions?
This mileage you have, is that the mileage that each vehicle's been driven per
Yes.
month?
Yes.
Because that's not engine wear,
No,
just
no,
miles.
that's just miles, yeah. All the new trucks have hour meters on them, but some of the old ones do not. So, yeah. Except for 0079, if you'll see there, it had 0 miles. It's had 0 miles for several months. It's because the odometer mechanism was stripped, and because that truck's so old, we couldn't get another one. They didn't sell that anymore. We had to order it from an off-market, aftermarket type of place. I believe they were supposed to get that at the end of last week, be getting that put on. But yeah, so it's not racking up very many miles, but it doesn't get used a lot anyway. So it's a backup truck, being a 24, 25-year-old truck. It's just backup only, so it doesn't get a lot of miles anyway. So, all right. Anybody else have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Clint.
Superintendent Good.
Hi.
Hello.
We're just wrapping up some events at the park. The Key Fabers hosted their annual vaccination clinic. That was on October the 9th. So I wanted to thank everybody at Connersville Vet Clinic and all the key favors. They raised $2,100 that will be used to add more features to the Little Bark Park this year. We also wrapped up the Jacko Jaunt at the trail. That was on Tuesday. We had, 50 kids show up, I think, with their pumpkins. So it was a really good night. We raised just under $1,000 for the trail fund. And wanted to give you a quick update on the pool. We did move ahead with a contract from Natari, and the total was just under $168,000, and that gets paid in thirds. So the first third will be coming out in the next couple of months, and then the next 2/3 the beginning of next year, with a start date of April, hopefully, to get the pool fixed. So, and we had 135 girls sign up for basketball. That's closed now, and boys will open up on November 5th.
How did you let all these little girls know that it was basketball sign up? Was it the sign in the park, or, because that's a lot of girls.
We send flyers home in all the elementary backpacks, and then we post it on Facebook about 25 times.
That's
we have
good.
it in the paper, and we might have ran it. I sent it to the radio. I don't know if they run it or not. It's a PSA.
Well, that's a good job, though, getting that
Thanks.
many girls.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Chief Jones.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everybody should have a copy of my monthly report for September. We'll start off with the overtime. Just a little over $2,500 for September. Pretty good overtime month compared to the rest of the year. October will be a little heavy. It's a 3-pay month. So, any questions on the overtime? Nope. We'll move on to the run report for September. 201 runs. Runs are up, as Clint said. Our medical runs are up also, so that's kind of boosted our runs for the month. You can see the percentages there, fire versus EMS, and then a little rundown of all the runs we had for the month of September. After that, we'll move on to training. You can see a list of the training classes that the guys did through the month. The total of 23.5 hours of training. They're doing hose testing in the afternoons this month. Our hoses have to be pressure tested every year, so they're doing training in the morning and hose testing in the afternoon. And then the last page, you can see the inspections I got completed for September. Any questions on that report? A few other things we have going on right now. I have a couple of my newer guys in EMT class. It's about a 9-month class. I have 5 guys currently taking Fire Instructor 2 class at the local Ivy Tech building here in town, and we are going to soon be putting our new guy in a Firefighter 2 course. He's already got his Firefighter 1, so we're going to get him started on his Fire 2, and on top of training him hard on all of our stuff. So I told the Board of Works earlier also, the new process we're putting on right now. We had 18 applicants turn in applications. We had to disqualify 7 of them due to not including the right documents. So I have 11 guys that I sent letters out to. We're going to do the physical agility test on October the 30th at the John Roberts building in the park at 9 in the morning. So if any of the council people would like to see how that works, stop up at 9 o'clock in the morning and watch hopefully 11 guys go through that test. So that's all I have. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Congratulations also, Dave.
Thank you.
Good working with you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Move on down to old business. Is there any old business?
I'd like to touch on the truck route.
On what?
Truck route issue again.
Mhm.
Where are we at on that?
I asked for a contract. I'm waiting on him to get it back with my questions answered. I haven't heard back from him. I want to see it all in writing. I asked about, I don't remember, Jeff, 4 or 5 questions since I put you an email. And they kind of gave me responses back, but I want to see it in the contract writing, so. Other than that, it's back in their court. Any other questions? Miscellaneous business, Dave, I do want to thank you for your service to the community. It has been a pleasure to serve with you. I've served with you on council and the 2 years here, not quite 2 years. You've been a fantastic mentor to me personally. If you notice, anytime I ask a water question, I always shift this way. Anything with utilities, you've been phenomenal teaching me stuff I never knew. And I've been in business quite a while, so it's been an honor to serve with you, and thank you for your service to our community. You will be greatly missed.
Well, it's been a pleasure serving with you and serving the community.
And you're still staying around because I got you on the Everton Water District, so I can still pick his brain on the utilities once in a while, so. But thank you for your willingness to serve in that capacity as well.
You're welcome.
Any other miscellaneous business?
I just wanted to announce that the Whitewater Valley Art Association is selling tickets for their annual art auction, which should have been last year, but of course they postponed it. So it's November 6th, I believe. Tickets are $20. The Age of Aquarius, so it should be a fun party. They have their preview auction items are set up in the association right now.
We have a silent auction plus a public, an auctioneer, yeah, so there are two different levels.
Live auction.
They have some really nice things.
They really do, yes.
Yeah. I have to commend the Art Association. I've kind of gone to some of their functions, and they do a lot more than what people think. I mean, it's, at least once a month, it seems like something's going on down there, so I really appreciate that.
Any other miscellaneous business? If not, I've got a topic I want to bring up. Over on Western, you can see the light got taken out by a truck that turned. I've been studying, I've been watching it. I still think there's need for a four-way there, especially talking to some of the businesses. They want to see the four-way. My question is that, because lights are through ordinance, do we need a light there? Can we just make it a simple four-way? If we put a light back there, it's going to be on us to maintain no matter what. And they're expensive. We've been pricing different lights just so we know what the cost of light replacement in the future are. I want to know kind of what your thoughts are on that. There's some different things we can do, like marking the streets with different paints, everything, but that's
I'm
what
sorry,
your
are we
input on
going,
that.
can I clarify 18th in Western?
18th, I'm sorry, did I say 18th?
I can't remember.
It's 18th.
Western.
It's
I thought I said, maybe I didn't say that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
With me, you never know. But I just kind of want your thought, your input on that, so we can kind of make some decisions on planning wise. I just hate to spend money back on a light if we're gonna be responsible for it, even though I want to keep it a four-way. I even looked at LED, the stop signs that flash LED. I thought they might be a nuisance at night to the neighbors, but I drove around at nighttime looking at some in different communities. They're really not that bright. They flash, you can see them, but they don't light up the whole area.
There's solar options also.
That's what I was looking at, was solar. Solar LED flash. I don't even know if we need them, to be honest about it. I think there's-
people are used to it, yeah.
the stop signs are already there. Even if we painted stop signs on the road or something, I just want to know what you guys think about having the light or not.
You wanna know now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd say do without the light, just
stay with
stop
the
signs.
stop
Right.
sign.
That's what I
And
say.
it's been that way for a couple of weeks, and I drive that
Yeah.
road.
I travel through and I just automatically stop.
Yeah, and I think it's worked just as well.
I want to make sure I understand it correctly. He said do without the light. You meant they still stop there, but not have the light.
And just have the
Okay.
signs,
Yeah.
yes.
Four-way.
Do you think the LED signs are needed?
No.
They're $1,600 a piece.
I think people are used to that. I mean, 21st and Grand being case in point, it took how many years for people to stop stopping when we made it two-way.
Yeah.
I don't think the LED or the light above is needed.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to keep it four-way, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if I need the light.
I really believe that.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Most people don't look up anyway unless it's an automatic signal. From the way I've seen people drive up and down Western Avenue, they look straight ahead, they don't look up. So we're wasting our time and money with
For the light.
the traffic signal.
So just remove both lights and the one that's still up.
I think we might have to remove them both because if it was in the center, that's one thing, but it's not in the center. It's kind of
Right.
off, so it looks like one lane. They had one in each lane, which I don't know why they did that, but that's the way it was. I don't think we need anything there because actually it'd be better having that gone and taking that foundation down so trucks can make that turn easier because trucks do make that right-hand turn. It is a difficult right-hand turn to make.
Right. I agree.
Brad, your thoughts and input?
good to me.
That's what I figured you'd say.
Will you remove the concrete support base for the other one?
Yeah, I didn't look
They
at
go
that.
right- They still hit that.
The one that was tore down, the one that, did you look at the base that was knocked over, Brad? Is that just bolts or is there actual concrete in there? What, we can cut that flush?
Yeah, and there was some wires and stuff sticking out of it too there.
Yeah, we'll have to do some little bit of repair there, but,
I'm thinking on the railroad bank,
oh, yeah, that's concrete. It sticks up. I don't know how tall it is.
yeah. 'Cause there was one on 21st and then that one.
Yeah, we took that one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I
won't do
don't
that.
think trucks turn that
Please keep
direction
going.
as often, because
I
they're
thought they were
usually
straight.
going north,
They
but
usually turn
Yeah,
red.
but they come out of there and go south. And that's when
But
they
if
hit.
they,
he's
if they
talking-
were, they'd hit the.
some, yeah.
Yeah, that south turn is the one. Well, next meeting, like Rosemary said, we'll get an ordinance put together, we actually, we have to remove that
Do
ordinance.
they
so-
have the actual vote?
I do think that like the flashing stop sign at least going north and south, just for people that are not from town, and the
Right.
trucks.
That would be $600 a
think-
sign.
I just,
They're expensive,
yeah,
1,600.
a sign.
I think
That's
local
crazy for a sign,
people,
isn't it?
And then
No, but-
you'd have to replace the batteries every so often.
Well,
No,
there's
for
solar.
solar.
They
I
still
think,
have
I
batteries.
think I think it's worth,
They have
Worth
a, they have a 3-year,
Every 3 years?
3-year lifespan warranty on them, what they have. The ones I was looking at, I think those were commercial grade. I didn't see anything more than a 3-year. I think it was 3-year lifespan, most of them. I'll look at different options and bring them back to you, how's that?
Yeah.
Sound like a plan.
Okay. Glad anybody out there, no one from the public's out there? If not, we'll take the motion for adjournment.
so moved.
So moved.
Motion second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Have a good evening.